Nowadays, it's true that people work harder than they have ever done before. And I know this because I myself am one of those people. 12-hour days is nothing, weekends is nothing. Well, it's something. We get tired, we feel wretched. We really need to spoil ourselves sometimes. And this program is all about pampering ourselves, being decadent and letting things go in terms of food, even if it's just once in a while, to make yourself feel special, because we work hard enough and we deserve it. So we're going to start with tiramisu, which is one of those most decadent desserts. And what we need for that is a bit of espresso. What I have here is a cafetiere, and it's quite a cheap way of brewing coffee fresh. You have this thing that looks like a filter, and this is the jug, and you basically just push in the filter with the boiled water and the coffee. I've got some Lavazza, which is extremely good espresso coffee, and I'm going to put, I'd say about 2 heaping spoonfuls, and onto that I'm going to put about, I'd say about a cup of boiled water. And I'm just going to put my plungery thing on there and let it brew for a minute. In a bowl, I've got some mochatica, which is a coffee liqueur. And although most tiramisus don't require that you use alcohol, I'm going to put in a bit of plonk because, you know, this is a kind of decadent program. So I'm going to put in about half a cup, 3/4 of a cup of mochatica, and push down the plunger on my coffee and just pour that into the bowl. It's going to be really strong coffee, and you want it to be that way. And put that aside to cool. So in another bowl, I've got, let me show you some of my ingredients here. I've got 4 eggs which have been separated, 4 whites and 4 yolks. And I'm just going to frantically beat up these egg yolks so that they go white pretty much. Once I've started beating, I've got 10 ounces of granulated sugar here, which I have whizzed in the blender to make it almost like a sugar powder. And you can do that if you need caster sugar and you can't be bothered to go to the shop. So I'm going to put in about 5 ounces of the sugar into my egg yolks. I'm going to whip this until it becomes almost white. I think that's just about done now. What I've got is they've gone almost white and they're really beautifully mixed. So the next thing we're going to do is add the mascarpone to my mixture. Now, mascarpone is a cream cheese, and it is extremely delicious. It's sort of milky and cheesy. It goes well with a sweet dessert. So I'm going to add about 16 ounces of mascarpone to my mixture. Just mix it in. Now it's going to become beautiful and creamy, gorgeous. You can get the mascarpone at Malabar. You don't want to keep it in your fridge for too long though. When you buy it, you want to use it within a week or so. I've got another package that I'm going to put in there. Seems odd putting cheese into a dessert, but this is actually quite a sweet and creamy cheese, so you'll find it works beautifully. I'm going to use my blender here on a very slow speed. Oh, oops. Oh, that looks, oops. Right. that looks brilliant and it tastes completely fantastic, and I am a total mess. Okay, let me get a wipe. So the next thing is to blend the egg whites. So in my other mixer, I'm gonna blend all my egg whites. You want to blend the egg whites until they're stiff. And into my egg white mixture, I'm going to slowly add the rest of my sugar, which is about another 5 ounces, again, of the sugar that I have blended. So my egg whites, it's as if I'm making soupies. My egg whites have formed peaks. This is so, I can't tell. I'll stop putting my finger in my mouth. And into a bowl, I'm putting my egg white mixture, which, because of the sugar I've added, has become nice and glossy, very pretty. And then I'm going to add my mascarpone mixture quite slowly. And I'm just going to make sure I get it all folded in there. Like that. Again, some more. Whoa. Folding. Be quite light with the egg white mixture. When you're folding, you're doing like a figure of 8, sort of under and over. Figure of 8 under and over. And then, as if this wasn't decadent enough already, I'm going to add a bit of cream. I've got my cream here, cold, fresh whipped cream. I'm going to add about 4 or 5 tablespoons. Oh, this dessert is outrageous. That's all I have to say. Right, so the next thing is, let's get this out of the way. Gotta wipe again. I've got this kind of interesting dish here, and I find you always have to be looking for, kind of on the lookout for an interesting way to present your dessert. And I think I'm going to do it in this. You could just use a sort of square dish or a round dish and lay your biscuits out, but here we have ladyfinger biscuits, and it's a ladyfinger is like dried sponge cake, if you can imagine such a thing. And I'm gonna use my espresso mochatica mixture. How this goes is layers, right? So we're going a layer of divine mixture, and then with my tongs, you can use your fingers if you want to, but you literally have to dump it in and out. Quick, quick, quick. I'm going to rehydrate my dried sponge cake ladyfinger. And what's going to happen is when you put this in the fridge to cool, the ladyfingers are basically going to expand like cake. So I have another layer of mascarpone on top of that. Taste buds have gone all. I might dribble it any minute. To be careful. This is fantastic. And on this one, because my dish has gotten a bit wider, I'm putting 3 ladyfinger biscuits on this one. If you leave the biscuits in the mixture, in the espresso for too long, they will disintegrate completely. So you literally just want to dip and then top off with more mascarpone. This is just ridiculous. It's like a dolce de leche ice cream, you know, it's like, who could make something so completely divine? Right, I'm going to leave that like that, and then I'm going to put a bit more cream on there. Just like a dollop on top of each one. Like that. And then the last step is to take a little bit of cocoa powder or a little bit of drinking chocolate and just very gently sprinkle all over the top. And there we have it. Pop that in the fridge for a while. Leave it all day until you're ready to have it at dinner time. And listen, your guests will be silent and they will be in such bliss over this incredible dessert.